Hi, welcome to our poster presentation. My name is Pejovic. I'm a postdoctoral researcher at Lisbon Baby Lab at University of Lisbon, and I will present a poster titled Monolingual and Bilingual Infants' Eyes-Mouth Preference at 4.5 months predicts their eyes-mouth preference at 8 months. This work has been done together with Dr. Eiling from University of Connecticut and Dr. Monica Molnar from University of Toronto. Research on infants' audiovisual speech processing has shown that infants' eyes-mouth preference, while looking at the talking speaker, undergoes developmental changes, from attending most of their time to the eyes of the speaker at 4 months of age, to shifting their attention to the mouth at 8 months of age, and shifting back to the eyes at 12 months of age. However, it's not clear whether bilingual experience modulates such eyes-mouth preference in infancy. On the one hand, we have research studying bilinguals acquiring rhythmically similar languages such as Spanish and Catalan, where modulation has been observed, specifically that bilinguals attend more to the mouth than their monolingual peers. And on the other hand, we have research studying bilinguals acquiring rhythmically more distant languages such as English and French, where such modulation hasn't been observed. Here we ask two questions. First, is eyes-mouth preference modulated in bilinguals acquiring two rhythmically similar languages, such as Spanish and Basque here, but in a speech task that does not require processing of rhythm that hasn't been addressed yet? And the second question, is there a relationship between eyes-mouth preference at 4.5 and 8 months of age, which is why we designed a longitudinal study. So we longitudinally assessed 34 infants, 18 of them being Spanish or Basque monolinguals, and 16 Spanish-Basque bilinguals, in a task of audiovisual processing of E and O vowels, so a task that does not require processing of rhythm. And we tested the same infants in 2 sessions at 4.5 months of age and again at 8 months of age. We presented 2 speakers in different sessions, but of course the order of the speakers was counterbalanced across infants. Stimuli were presented in either a match or a mismatch condition, which will be much more clear from the example. So in a matching trial, auditory and visual vowels were congruent or matching, as we can see from the video.
E, E, E.
While for the mismatch, the auditory and the visual pairing of the vowels were incongruent, as seen from this video.
U, U, U.
Presented these trials in blocks of 3 same trials, so matching or mismatching. The trials were infant control, so if the infant looks away for more than 2 seconds, the trial will stop, and the maximum length of the trial was 30 seconds. We alternated the blocks of match and mismatch for each vowel, and we counterbalanced the order. So in total, we presented 12 trials to each infant. We use an eye tracker to examine infants' eyes-mouth preference. Here they are presented on the y-axis. And what we observed is an age effect, specifically that infants demonstrate attentional shift from the eyes to the mouth between 4.5 and 8 months of age. And we also observed a group and condition interaction where overall bilinguals tend to look more to the eyes in the mismatch condition. However, importantly, when compared within each age, neither monolingual or bilingual group exhibit any difference between 2 conditions. And what we observe is a great variability in the 8-month-old group that is explained by infants' looking preference previously at 4.5 months. Specifically, we observed a positive relation between eyes-mouth preference at 4.5 and 8 months of age. So those infants that exhibited eyes preference in 4.5 months were more likely to exhibit the eyes preference at 8 months of age. And we observed the same pattern in monolingual and bilingual group. To sum, we observed that bilingual experience does not modulate the eyes-mouth preference in infancy, specifically that rhythmic similarity across bilingual languages does not modulate the eyes-mouth preference if the task does not require a rhythmic processing, as it was the case in this study. But what we observed is that infants' eyes-mouth preference at 8 months is predicted by their previous preference at 4.5 months of age. And with this, I would like to thank you for your attention and thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on the following email or meet me on the Zoom meeting on the 8th of July between noon and 1:30 BST time. Many thanks.